11 minutes after 4 is the time. We're talking to the band Submarine in a couple of minutes' time. Scott Gooseman and Dave Gelder are here in our Hull studio, and they're from the Grimsby area. But before we talk to them, let's hear a bit of their music. This is Brother. Submarine, and the first song we'll hear from them this afternoon, which is called Brother. Thanks for coming in, guys. We've got Scott here and Dave in our Hull studio. Tell us a bit about the history of the band, first of all. I don't know who wants to do this. How long have you been together, and how did it start in the first place?
We've been together now for about 18 months. It started really as just a writing project, which then got a bit more serious as time went on. Myself and Lee Wortley, another member of the band, we got together to just write and record some material. and he'd pestered me to join the band. Like, he was trying to form around the material he'd been writing, and it was a case of like, no, I'm not really interested. Done that, been there, not really bothered. But as time went on, the songs were coming together a lot better, and then he introduced me to the other members that he had actually got involved, and that's where Dave here came in. And then after a few lineup changes, we finally got Pete Clarke, who's a bass player, and the Wizard in the studio, and then finally Paul Marklew, who's now singing for us. Everyone's been involved in the local scene for a long time, doing different things.
Yeah, because we had a band on yesterday called Gem, who, and we was saying to you a few minutes ago, there's no shortage of bands to come in. Once we started this off of getting people in to come and either play acoustically or come and talk about what they're doing, and we could fill 3 hours a day with it, really. Does that make it more difficult for you, the fact that there are so many bands trying to get?
I think there's probably a shortage of venues in Grimsby, especially for for original bands. There's a lot of cover bands going along.
Because Jen was saying they have to do covers in order to get the bookings. Do you find that as well?
Well, that's what we've decided to do is not pursue heavily the live situation, simply because in Grimsby it is so orientated towards the cover band situation, and it's hard to play your music to people who don't know it. They want to hear those songs that they know, obviously. So we have purposefully kept away from doing a majority of live work in the town.
I think we've come together, having done a lot of sort of cover work before as well, in other bands.
So you've done that, been there, and
yeah, we've decided now that the best thing for us and the best thing for Submarine is to concentrate on the writing, which we have done over that period of time, and the recording, and hopefully that's what's coming through in the songs that we're playing today. Further down the line, within a few months' time, we will be rehearsing for live sets, live venues, but they will be, we'll choose them specially for our needs as well as what we want to present to people.
You don't overexpose yourself either.
So you like the work in the studio, you like the fiddling around and fine tweaking? If
there's more control over what you're doing, I think, and the end result is always, it stays with you, so it's a lot more valuable, I think.
Isn't playing live, though, a bit of a necessity to get you known? It's like being in a studio, but putting stuff on tape, but if you play live, more people see you, hear you. Is that right? I don't know how it works.
Well, no, it's like nowadays. Like, it depends on what you're after. If you want to get out there as a gigging working band, that's great. And I've done it. Dave's done it. Lee's done it. Everybody in the band has done it to some degree. And we've now been a bit older, a little bit wiser, realised that is very important. I'm not going to say that it isn't, because it is.
But you don't want to alienate.
That's right. It's a situation like we've decided that the songs themselves are what we're trying to sell to the people that we are now in negotiation with in London. And even though, yes, eventually they're going to want to see us live, we know that the band can play live whenever they want to play live. We want to play live. It's just a case of, let's knuckle down, get on with the songs, because there are two routes. You can be the working gigging band, or you can be the studio band. And we decided that at this point in time, it's more in our interests to go the latter route.
It's not that, and as you say, it's not that you can't do the other. It's you can do it, so you put it on hold.
Yeah, I don't want to sound arrogant.
No, but I know what you mean. No, you're not sounding at all.
It's just a case of, like, we have decided that we would rather work on the songs and perfect the songs, because initially what is going to attract anybody to our music is the songs themselves and the tape that we send to people, and that's where we've emphasised.
So where would you like to be in 5 years from now? Rich, famous?
A couple of albums down the road, I suppose.
Yeah. What's your goal on the horizon? Would you like to be in the charts? Would you like to?
Well, obviously the reason that we're doing it is for success. We'd be lying if we never said that. But then, being quite level-headed, we're able to see, like, what we'd like at this moment in time is for somebody, some of the record companies in London that we're in negotiation with now, to actually take it up and say, right, okay, we'll invest in this. We look no further than the next year. What we'd like for the next year is for someone to say, fine, we like the material, go away, record it properly, and then we'll release it. Now, fame and fortune is not in our hands. All we can do is write what we do, play what we do, and if people like it, then great. Success comes along. That's what we're aiming for. but we'd concentrate on the songs, concentrate on the writing and the playing, and then let everything else take care of itself.
How difficult is it to get people to notice what you're doing? I mean, it's all right sending tapes around, but record producers get 50 a day on the desk, don't they? How difficult is it to say to people, look, please listen to what we're doing?
I think there's a random element to it, to some extent, isn't there?
Send it enough and one time it'll get heard.
There is that, and we've also had the opportunity that we because we've been around, we know people down there, we know people in key places, and it is most definitely, I'd say to any band, it is who you know and not what you know.
Yeah.
Some of the
That's depressing, any band listening who doesn't know anybody.
But it is. Get your contacts, get out there, tout yourself around and find people. Get yourself a manager.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got that gut feeling that your music is ready and you feel, yes, we can do it, then go for it. But I'd always say to anybody, try and go for the manager route first, because the companies will all listen to you. But we have spent extensive time on the packaging.
And money.
And money.
Yeah.
On making sure that the initial things that we sent out, because obviously we know people there, we've sent it to them, and they are responding with this, that and the other. We can't go into too much detail yet because it's all in negotiation stage.
No, but let us know when you can.
But yes, we certainly will.
Yeah.
But the fact is, we did spend a lot of time, a lot of money on the initial packaging. We sent big A3 size jiffy bags, full colour, to grab the attention, because it was a feast of the eyes first. Once we'd got that, it was a case of, right, then hopefully they'll get the tape. And we made sure that they would definitely open what they've had. And the response that we've had has been very favourable.
Great. Well, we're running out of time. We've got a choice. We can either talk a bit more or hear the music. I'd rather hear the music, but it's nice to talk to you. What's this song we're going to hear now? Tell us about it.
1,000 Miles. It's actually one of the older songs of Submarine. One that we had deliberations of whether or not we would do, but it sounded so good acoustically that we went in the studio and we put it down.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for coming in. Scott Gooseman and Dave Gelder are Submarine, or two of them. There are three others, and we'll hear another song now, which is called 1,000 Miles. The sports news is next.
Now, if you break my heart, I'll leave you crying. Don't tear it all apart, 'cause if by chance it starts, you'll come running to me. You see, I'll go 1,000 miles till I find you, and I'll find you alone. You see, I'll search till the end of time as you remind me of everything in my world. I know some things are wrong, but if you feel this strong, it's me you'll confide in. So the pain, it won't last long, but if it lingers on, just come running to me. You see, I'll go 1,000 miles till I find you, and I'll find you alone. You see, I'll search till the end of time as you remind me of everything in my world.
That's music from Submarine and 1,000 Miles. The time on BBC Radio Humberside's afternoon show is 4:25.